Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of The Real Movie Critics, real reviews by real fans. You guys owe us for this one, by the way. This one was such a task, and if you saw, listened, or heard what we're talking about this week, the looks on Lord Scuba Cobra's face says it all. But
First of all, before you scold our listeners, this is not the listeners' fault. This is your fault. So if you're going to put the blame on anybody, you put the blame on yourself, because I hate you right now. I mean, I did not think I could hate anything more than I hated The Last Jedi.
Whoa.
And what the act. So if you're going to blame anybody for this, you place the blame on yourself, good sir.
You could have said
do
no.
Do not blame our awesome fans that listen to us on this podcast.
All six of them.
All six of you are not to blame.
Thank you to all six
Zodiac is to blame for this horrendous. I should have put this on. This should be a Real Movie Critics / Crypto Cringe fucking episode, because what the actual shit.
Well, it makes me wonder, which one of us originally suggested this thing? Was it you or was it me? Because I don't remember.
One of you two
suggested. I don't remember. It might have been me.
I really don't.
I'm willing to take the hit for it.
We could have been reviewing Ernest Saves Christmas or Terrifier 3, for Christ's sakes.
Well, why you gotta be spoiling future episodes, man? What the fuck?
I'm just fucking saying.
All right. Before we talk about the show, the holiday special that we reviewed, let me introduce my co-hosts. First, over here, he's not on the bottom today, which is odd. He's the creator of the Repeat Movie Viewer.
Sometimes I like to be on top. Thank you very much.
But you might crush him. Anyway.
I don't hear them complaining.
Because they're dead.
They don't exist.
He's their creator of the Repeat Movie Viewer and the Psycho Nerd podcast, none other than the Psycho Nerd. And on the bottom, but he's always on the top, the king of karaoke, none other than Mr. Lord Scuba Cabra, the true king.
First of all, I am not the king of karaoke. That has been retired. I am 1/4 of the Gore and More podcast and 1/2 of the Crypt of Cringe podcast.
And 1/3 of this one.
And 1/3 of this one.
Yeah. All right, let me go to my notes here. For those of you that actually listened to last week's episode, you will know that today we are going to review the Star Wars Holiday Special. Now, I did get a clip of how I felt about this particular show, and I have an audio of that.
Oh, no.
That's it. I'm turning back.
Han telling me to turn back. It's a trap. You know, I should have put it's a trap, but it wasn't really.
You know what? I have one also. Ready?
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
That's how I felt watching this.
The Star Wars Holiday Special premiered on November 17th, 1978 on the CBS channel, directed by Steve Binder and Lord Scuba. You will like this. He also directed another piece of shit show that was on television, the Elvis 68 Comeback Special.
First of all, look, I knew that. And you can go fuck yourself, because the 68 Comeback Special is a fucking cinematic masterpiece. So you can go fuck yourself. This, on the other hand, was absolute bullshit.
Okay. Returning from the original Star Wars movie from 77, Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, Harrison Ford as Han Solo, Carrie Fisher as a coked out Princess Leia. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Peter Mayhew as good old Chewbacca, Anthony Daniels as C-3PO, and R2-D2 as R2-D2.
You know, I thought that was a middle finger. I was like, really? You couldn't give Kenny Baker a fucking nod, you assholes?
I don't think he was in it this time. I think it was just mechanical.
Well, and let's not forget that James Earl Jones as the voice of Darth Vader.
Voice, yes.
But let's be real, though. All they showed was fucking clips from the fucking movie. He just dubbed.
Yeah, the cartoon thing, yeah, I'm sure he probably recorded a couple of lines, but that scene of him and an officer walking down the road, I swear to God, all of his dialogue was pieced together from different lines from the fucking movie. That's what it sounded like.
We did have some special guests in this show. We had Art Carney, who played some sort of like traitor. B. Arthur, who was a bartender
At the cantina.
Harvey Korman, who had several roles in this. I could have sworn I heard him say Headley a couple of times, but that could be just me. Diane Carroll as some VR singer. And it couldn't be a Star Wars special without Jefferson Starship. I mean, come on, let's be real here. Let's be real.
Really?
Now,
Really?
the fun facts about this particular fun facts.
Oh, Lord.
The show may not be fun, but these facts are fun. This gave us our first official appearance of Boba Fett. And to you nerds out there that are going to be like, oh, well, we saw him in the special edition of Star Wars. And no, we didn't see that until 1997. This is 78. This trumps it by 20 years. Or less than 20. George Lucas hated this special so much that he tried to destroy all the copies of the show. I think he didn't. I don't think he succeeded in that. So.
He didn't try hard enough. He should have tried harder.
He didn't use the Force. The midichlorian count wasn't high enough.
No, the fact that we all watched it proves that he failed miserably.
Confirmed by Carrie Fisher, but the writers of the special were always high on cocaine and marijuana.
Kind of have to be on some kind of substance to get through this without wanting to blow your brains out, I guess, but that depends on your perception.
It's the only Star Wars property that has not been released on video. So every copy you've seen has been a bootleg. Every fucking one.
And you'll never see it on Disney Plus either.
No, it's that bad.
You'll see the cartoon portion on Disney Plus.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That's on there.
That's almost canon at this point.
Pretty much, yeah.
And the last fact that I have, and you two said you had facts to add to it as well. Mark Hamill can be seen wearing heavy amounts of makeup due to the car accident he was in prior to filming. Those same scars were used to their advantage in Empire Strikes Back when Luke was attacked by a Wampa. Now, Psycho said he had a fun fact. What's your fun fact?
Well, actually, I got a couple. The cartoon, because we talked earlier before we went on about when we watched it, we felt like it had kind of a heavy metal vibe to it.
Course,
For anyone who's never seen heavy metal, I highly recommend it.
Awesome.
It's a fun movie. It really is. But apparently the people who did the cartoon portion are the same people who did the droids and Ewoks cartoons, respectively.
That makes sense because the animation looks very similar. So.
Yeah, it really does. But okay, so the guy who did the voice of Boba Fett, I think his name was Don Franks or some shit. He did a voice of another iconic classic cartoon character that we grew up watching.
Winnie the Pooh.
No, that's
I know. I'm just fucking.
I wish I could do the voice properly. I can't do it as well as him, but I'm going to try anyway.
I'll get you next time, Gadget.
Oh, Dr. Claw.
Next time.
Dr. fucking Claw.
Hey, that's badass.
Yeah, that is cool. He's done a lot of voiceover work. Apparently.
He did also voice Sabretooth in the X-Men 90s version of.
Ooh.
See, that's another nice tidbit.
And then he did Swamp Thing in the cartoon, and I think he also did, I don't remember if it was the Fantastic Four cartoon or the actual Silver Surfer cartoon, but he did also voice the Silver Surfer.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool. And I mentioned heavy metal earlier. He did lend his voice to the movie as well. So I thought that was a fun fact that I was like, oh, like that? Oh, okay, cool. That works out for everybody.
Any other facts you got, or are those the only ones you had?
For the cartoon, yeah, that's what I got for that. When I found that out, I was like, that's pretty cool, actually.
What
Boba
was
Fett
your
is Dr. Claw.
Wow. What was your fun fact, Mr. Scuba?
All right, so the fun fact that I discovered was that this movie fucking sucks ass. This is the worst piece of shit that has ever been on TV. It does not need to exist, and it's horrible. There's 10 minutes of what the fuck were they saying?
You don't speak Wookiee?
I do speak Wookiee. They weren't speaking Wookiee. Whatever the hell that was, not what Chewbacca speaks.
Is this the rant that you were telling me about earlier?
No,
or is
this isn't even part of my rant at the top of my head
let
right now.
Let me finish the details, and then I will get to you guys. Budget of $1 million. I'm assuming half of that was
spent
on
on the
drugs.
cocaine.
I hope that makes the viral clip for you too. I really think it's fucking hilarious. The ratings. 13 million people tuned in when it premiered. Granted, the population of the U.S. was like 14 million back then, but you know. But that number dropped dramatically and rapidly as it aired, with people switching over to the Love Boat and the Pearl Harbor miniseries on the other two channels at the time. Yeah,
That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad when you'd rather watch the Love Boat.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with the Love.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. But I mean,
Boat.
but when you have a Star Wars IP, one of the biggest blockbusters in recent history, when this aired on TV, and people are tuning out to watch something other than that, that's pretty bad.
You have to realize too, it was bad from the get-go. There was nothing entertaining about this. There was nothing really Star Warsy about this at all. Like you're
a lot of stock footage for one.
This whole life celebration thing, weird cult walking into the light, fucking just utter garbage. It just made absolutely zero sense. I absolutely hated anytime Chewbacca's son was on screen. I wanted him to fall out of that damn tree. So bad I wanted him to fall out of it.
He is dumber. He is dumber than the kid from Superman 2. What the fuck? He's standing on the rail. I'm like, okay, you know what? You deserve the fall. You deserve the fall.
And then Chewbacca's dad, bro. What the actual shit? That is what nightmares are made of.
Dude, the way his mouth was opening.
Yeah. And there was like, and dude, Chewbacca, and even his wife looked creepy as shit.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but Chewbacca is the only
Wookiee.
Like the Wookiee that looks normal in this. Everybody else looks like they have Down syndrome or some kind of weird fucking facial disease.
Damn.
They weren't in the original film, so they didn't have as much effort put into them.
Well, the budget was $1 million and half of it was spent on drugs. So yeah, the budget was limited. I'm gonna say the very beginning when we see Han and Chewie trying to get away from the two Star Destroyers, which we saw in Tatooine. I guess they travel in packs of two. Did anybody else notice that the cockpit of the Falcon looked a little bit smaller than normal? Like,
it wasn't that it looked smaller. What it is the way they shot it.
Yes,
it's like they didn't have the full set, so everything was super close. Anytime we saw Han talking to Chewie, it was like the camera was right here in the face, so that you only got like minimal view. You only really get a full view when they jump into fucking hyperspace.
And even
that
was still the same scene we saw when they were traveling to Alderaan. It just they cut out Obi-Wan and Luke. It's the same scene, and they cut out Chewie or whatever the fuck he was trying to say.
He said, "Yippee!"
He was saying,
"We're going to light speed, yay!" 12 parsecs. I'll start with you, Si. I want Scuba's rant to be last because I know he's good with words. He's written some awesome songs, so I know that his rant will be a piece of. It'll be poetic.
Well, I'm going to stir the pot a little bit here.
Oh, you like?
I am going to give a hot take.
Oh,
I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be. It's
bad.
What
are you watching?
How much cocaine did you snort before this?
I had mass amounts of coffee, sir. Lots of sugar.
He just snipped it straight out of the fucking can.
Let me explain. Okay, yes, I don't agree with the idea that they don't put subtitles during the Wookiee shit, which for the record, they held on to that, like you said, way too fucking long. Things work with a story. You show one story, then you go to another one, and you bounce back and forth. You don't concentrate on them just fucking 10, 15 minutes straight. And not only do they do that in the beginning, but they do it at the very fucking end too. And it's like, what are you people doing? But the skits, I'm sorry, but some of them I found to be enjoyable. The cartoon is good. The cantina scene is actually not bad. I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think that the what was the other one? The one where Corman is playing the it's like a cooking show.
Oh yeah.
Whipsta, woo!
That was so
I'm
annoying.
sorry. I laughed my ass off watching that, mostly because I've seen the Nostalgia Critics review before watching the special. And he made it out to be a lot more annoying, that sequence, than it really is. I laughed my ass off watching that shit. And here's my thing. With the exception of the Wookiee porn sequence, which, what the fuck was that, by the way? What the fuck? It looked like people are obviously swimming in a pool, but it looks like fucking sperm. What the hell?
It was the 70s, you know. Porn
Yeah,
was a
but I
big thing
mean,
back then.
yeah, but it's just awkward and weird. It's just like, where's this sequence coming from? What is this?
If we're gonna talk about awkward and weird, I hate to interrupt you, but there is, and we talked about this before we went on air. When they call fucking Luke, and Luke is trying to fucking fix that engine, and R2's fucking shit up, and he's like, you know what? They're on their way. He's been late before. You know how Han and Chewie are.
Come on.
And then
let's get a smile.
And then he
looks directly into our fucking soul. What the hell? It's creepy.
Bitch goes fucking. I'm like, I didn't think Mark Hamill could be creepy.
You've never seen Body Bags, then?
No, I have.
You see his ball bag in that.
Yeah.
This is definitely an item, and the fact that he was wearing all that makeup just made it even creepier.
It really did. It really did.
It was very much a cryptic cringe.
But here's my thing: a lot of the skits, at least most of them, are fairly well done, if well acted and whatnot. Here's my problem: what does any of this shit have to do with the Star Wars universe outside of maybe the cantina and the cartoon? The rest of this stuff, why is it here? We don't know. Even the one where they're watching the gymnastics stuff on the little hologram.
Oh my god!
What I mean, it was well done. It was actually impressive to watch. But what the fuck does it have to do with Star Wars? And that's the biggest atrocity of this, with all these little skits they keep going through. I don't understand it at all. But
they did, with the exception of maybe one or two scenes with the original cast, had nothing to do.
It really didn't. And they never explained what Life Day is. All we know is that it's family getting together. At some point, someone gives a gift. And then at the end of the special, they're all sitting around the table joining hands like it's fucking Thanksgiving. So it's like,
oh no. And then
it's a combination of Christmas and Thanksgiving. Is that what we call it? A holiday special? I don't know.
They go to that special tree where Carrie Fisher decides she's going to sing. And did you notice that the lyrics lined up perfectly with Star Wars main theme?
Yes, it did.
I was like, no fucking way. They ruined the theme.
Was I the only one? Yeah, really. But was I the only one who thought that Carrie Fisher actually wasn't that half bad at singing? Was I the only one that thought that
was even her? I mean, it could have been.
No, it was her. It was her.
It was her. Yeah, that was her. Yeah, I was like, okay, Carrie can sing. I never knew that. Never heard her sing.
I'm sorry, before. I was just watching because her boobs were popping everywhere in that lack of a bra suit she was wearing.
Well, they don't wear bras in space. Come on now.
No, they don't.
Luke just told her there's no bras in space. You fucking pervert.
And yeah, that's what I don't think it's as terrible. I've seen worse. Rise of Skywalker, but
I'd rather watch Rise of Skywalker than this piece of shit again.
At least that was entertaining.
Yeah, somewhat entertaining.
At least we thought Chewie died for like a second.
Yeah, then they screwed that up. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah,
the comic book did it better.
Yeah, it did.
Yes, it did. But all in all, I don't think it's the worst thing I've ever seen. But oh my god, I had to take about 15 breaks watching it. I kept getting up, go outside, walk around for a minute, collect my thoughts. But oh my god, I don't know what they were thinking with this. I don't understand this at all. And why aren't there subtitles for the Wookiees? Please. I mean, to be fair, if you really sit and watch what they're doing, you can understand what's going on if you really just pay attention. Yeah. But who the fuck wants to do that? We want subtitles, goddammit.
There was a bit of a fuck up though, because I know we saw this in Empire where Luke could understand what Chewie was saying, but in the cartoon they're like, well, R2 wants to go with you, but if we go, we have to take 3PO as an interpreter. I'm like, I think Luke with the Force knows how to speak Wookiee. So I think that was kind of a fuck up. It is
tomato.
Oh, you gotta remember too, the lore wasn't
quite there yet.
We're still there. That's why I don't make a big deal about it. It was I mean, hell, they didn't even really call him a Sith Lord. It was a cut scene from the movie in the control room when Vader chokes that dude out for talking shit. But there is a drop line on the floor that says, "Oh, he's brought in this Sith Lord to monitor all the whatever." So again, the lore was still new. Okay, now Scuba, you have the floor.
All right, so I watched this movie, this special.
That's very special.
This is the specialist of specials
the
ever
shortest bus you've
fucking
ever
created.
seen.
This belongs on the shortest bus ever. Yes, indeed it does. It did not keep my attention. I kept looking away and actually working because that was more entertaining than what the hell was going on screen. I don't know why the fuck we got a musical number from B. Arthur. Why? Unfucking needed. But so the Star Wars Holiday Special, it's not just bad, okay? It's a huge fucking misstep. It's this swirling hyperspace toilet flush that somehow manifested into 97 fucking minutes of televised torment. I feel bad for anybody that had to watch this shit live. This thing did not escape quality control. It fucking gnawed its way out like a rancor with mange. From the opening moments, you'll find yourself wondering, I'm pretty sure this gets better. It fucking doesn't. It does not. It gets longer. It's like a Force vision, but of pure suffering. All right. So let's start with the Wookiee family, which I already said, their fucking their features alone, it's a crime against eyeballs. Okay. The Wookiee household, it's a fucking fever dream stitched together by someone who clearly hadn't slept since probably like the Nixon administration. They've been up doing a lot of coke. So Mala looks like a depressed yak in a Dollar Tree wig. And mind you, this is before Dollar Tree. Lumpy resembles a shaved bear trying to cosplay as a fuzzy Muppet roadkill. Itchy, Jesus Christ, sweet force. Itchy looks like a burnt shag carpet possessed by an ancient darkness. His face alone feels like a hate crime against my poor retinas. And he was so scary looking. He was so scary.
Can I make one little comment about that little shit? There were some times when he was like, you know what that reminded me of? Robin Hood Men in Tights when Dom DeLuise is talking about the other guy, like he cut out his tongue. Why? Because he went, rah, 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 rah. That's what the fuck that sounded like.
Yep. And to get to my next point, none of them speak English. The first 10 minutes is just Wookiee shrieking, grunting, and moaning like a family of Bigfoots arguing about who clogged the Life Day toilet. No subtitles, no context, just wall-to-wall guttural nonsense. It's like trying to watch The Godfather dubbed entirely in feral moose. It doesn't make sense. And the plot, whatever the plot was.
There was a plot?
There is no plot. This thing has the story structure of wet cardboard. It's just random scenes sewn together like Frankenstein's holiday nightmare, which would make a very, very awesome special, in my opinion. Way better than this shit.
I'd watch it.
Art Carney delivering stuff for absolutely no fucking reason. B. Arthur running the Mos Eisley Cantina like a bartender in purgatory. Jefferson Starship, Jesus Christ, performing a music video that looks like someone dosed the editor with spice. Carrie Fisher singing like she was held hostage by the ghost of the Life Day future.
And you mean spice the drug, not the actual spice, right?
Spice the drug, yes. It feels like a cursed mixtape assembled by studio executives doing lines of glitter off Chewbacca's bandolier. And then, like we talked about earlier, there's the VR Grandpa Wookiee scene. Like they really put that in. They put that in and said, yes, this is for families. Itchy gets into a VR chair and has what can only be described as soft-core psychedelic hallucinations that absolutely no one alive or dead asked for. None of us asked for that. Every viewer's soul leaves their body simultaneously like Alderaan 2.0. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? So my final verdict, on the Star Wars Holiday Special, it's a cinematic landfill. A dumpster fire in a galaxy far, far away. A relic of such unholy confusion that George Lucas himself wanted to track down every copy with a sledgehammer. This thing should not exist. It should not be watched. It should be sealed in carbonite and buried at the bottom of the Sarlacc pit with a do not disturb sign. Life Day, more like Y Day. As in, why did this happen? Why did anyone allow it? Why have I seen it and can never unsee it? But at least we all share the pain together, like true fans of the Force and of unimaginable trash.
Well, maybe it's a good thing we didn't go with our original idea where we all watched it at the same time. I wanted to that was my suggestion. I wanted to do that because I thought it would have been more fun for the viewers.
The only decent part of this special is the cartoon. That's it. That is the only piece of this bullshit that is even worth talking about. Everything else,
and even
I hated it. I absolutely
hated
it.
We had the foresight of knowing that Boba Fett is not a good guy, so we're sitting there going, "Why the fuck you trusting Boba?" But this came out in 1978. Nobody knew who the fuck Boba Fett was.
I'm gonna put it like this: we all know how much I fucking loathe Star Trek. I would rather watch every Star Trek movie, every Star Trek episode, than ever put this shit on again.
You don't like Star Trek?
I do not like Star Trek.
Should I ask why?
I just don't. It just does not appeal to me.
So you've given it a chance. You just can't get into it.
Yeah, I've watched it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I did think the remake was pretty cool, but
I can respect that more than somebody who's never watched it but yet doesn't like it. I can respect that more. That's fine. But at least you're not hating it because if you like one, you can't like the other.
No.
I fucking hate
it's not that at all. It just does not appeal to me, man.
It's fine.
Here's the thing. I grew up loving Westerns. My grandfather loved Westerns. Star Wars is a space Western. I was never a strictly sci-fi guy. Okay. So that's why Star Wars appeals to me more than Star Trek does.
That's fair.
And I think that's valid because growing up, I remember watching episodes of the original Star Trek series with my mom and, of course, Buck Rogers. So I'm Westerns, for the most part, they bore the fuck out of me. For the most part,
what?
Not all.
I within the last 10 years, I have started watching more Westerns, and you know what? There's some really good ones out there. I've only scratched the surface. I will dwell into that further as time goes on.
But I did just get a text from George Lucas from the Skywalker Ranch about your rant, and he said the following.
I tried.
Don't put your hands.
No.
PG.
No.
Was based solely on how horrible it was, and the only bright spot was the cartoon. And even then, the cartoon could have been longer.
Yeah.
Could have been a little bit longer, but I'm not going to complain. We got a little taste of Boba Fett. Granted, the color scheme was wrong for what we know now, but I get it. Actually, I think the original premise was the suit was supposed to.
Actually, I think what it is that there was a drawing of Boba Fett, and they went off the drawing before it was actually colored in, and that's why in the movie the color scheme was a little bit different. By the way, I did watch a video that had to deal with like interviews they did with all three of the main characters, Harrison, Carrie, and Mark. Essentially, from what Mark said, is that this whole thing was created as a way of trying to keep up with the merchandising for Star Wars to keep things fresh in people's minds.
That makes a hell of a lot of sense. You're trying to sell figures to children. So this is something that I feel a kid in the 70s was all for. Of course, adults are not going to be into it, but if you're a kid who just watched Star Wars and you're like, "Oh my God, we're getting a holiday special. Oh my God, there's more Wookiees. Oh my God, they're expanding the parts of the universe that we know," but they just didn't do a good job at it, man.
No, they didn't.
I would rather watch the Ewoks movie over this.
You know what?
It's not bad. It's not, but a lot of people shit on it.
They're not bad.
I was going to bring that up.
I mean, they're a little campy. They're a little 80s, but you know what? I can, even as an adult, I may not enjoy them now, but when I was a kid, it's like, oh my God. And we had those on VHS. We watched them all the fucking time because they were so fucking awesome. And Wicked spoke in English. Which
that's a leg up in this one all together. But at least those stories, as weird as campy as they may be, as you say, at least it's a cohesive story.
Yes, and this was just all over the place. None of it makes any sense. It's like they were trying to do an anthology film within this special, but none of the other stuff made any sense. There was the wraparound sequence is, the life holiday or whatever the fuck, but everything in between made no sense at all. I hated that cooking segment. I forgot to put that in my fucking rant. That was quite possibly one of the most annoying things that I have ever seen on screen. It was
agreed.
so bad. And why the fuck? Why? Why the fuck you're living in a goddamn treehouse, but you're fucking cooking to this alien Julia Childs? Like, what the fuck? Like, Jesus Christ.
I couldn't think of the name.
You know what,
yeah.
though? I mean, the fact that Corman does that character, his voice sounded very similar, you know, in terms of Hedley Lamar. That's why I was laughing, because knowing who he is and watching Blazing Saddles, and yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm sorry. I got a laugh out of it. I really did. So good it's bad kind of thing, I guess.
Rotten Tomato scores. I'm gonna ask Scuba this question. The tomato meter, which is the critics, what do you think their rating of this
10%.
was?
5.
It was actually 25%. Obviously, there's some people that never watched Star Wars a day in their life back in 1978. Now to you, Psycho, the popcorn meter, which is the fans. What do you think that rating?
Negative. Fuck you.
There is no.
Okay. 7%.
No, it's actually higher.
20.
It's the same as the critic, 25%. They are identical.
Nice. That doesn't happen often.
But that being said, I'm trying to think. By the way, if you want to watch a good holiday special that doesn't take place on Earth, for the most part,
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Watch the Guardians of the Galaxy. How that was actually
dude. It's got Kevin Bacon in it. How could it not be good?
That's a holiday special done right.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it really was, and
it's canon to the MCU.
Exactly. None of this that we saw is canon to anything except the toilet, which I just took a dump in there before we started recording. That being said, I'm trying to think of, because we always do 1 or 5 stars by pertaining to the show.
How about what was the little fucking things they were carrying? It never fucking tells you what they are. Are they like memories? The little memory eggs or whatever the fuck?
I don't know, man.
You know what? Oh, and by the way, this couldn't be a Star Wars movie without that fucking scream when that fucking trooper fell over the edge.
The hell
couldn't have that movie without it. We're gonna call them comm badges. Fuck it. We couldn't find the fucking dude. Oh, we can't find you. Turn on your comm badge. Psycho, what is your rating of this particular holiday special?
Look, like I said, some of those skits I didn't think were as bad as they could have been, but they made no sense in this universe. Listening to them growl the whole fucking time without any explanation of what the fuck they're saying. Drain on my brain. I give it a fuck this. I give it a 1. 1 hairy Wookiee asshole. That's what I give it.
So you give it a 1.
I give it a 1, maybe a 1.5, and that's being fucking generous for the cartoon.
Well, which one is it? 1 or 1.5? Because I'm doing the math.
1.3. Fuck it. I'll go in between.
Oh, you dick. Why are you gonna be No.
I got the math here. Don't worry about it. 1.
All right,
5?
fine. Yeah, if you can do the math, then it's fine.
Fine. Scuba.
I'm giving it a 0.5. Fuck this movie.
Mm-mm.
Fuck this special, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's trash.
Wow, that's low. Well, I am going to be on the same playing field as Scuba, and I am going to give it a 0.5 as well. Which now, this definitely eclipses Legend of Billie Jean's low rating by a lot.
That gives us a 0.8.
Damn.
Mr. Plutoski.
And we can't even round up because it's 0.83.
And I didn't round on the last one either. I kept it exactly where it was. Just
so it's a 0.8.
We're still counting pennies over here. So what I'm getting from what both of y'all have said is that y'all thoroughly enjoyed this and you cannot wait to watch it again.
I'm gonna kick you in the dick when I see you on Saturday for making me watch this.
Honestly, dude, I can't see watching this again.
I'll let you chop me.
Fucking chair.
I think from now on, I will just watch the Nostalgia Critics review whenever I feel like I have a hankering to laugh about this shit and leave it at that.
I need to watch that. All right. Well, wow. And see, it didn't go to 45 minutes. We're at 36 minutes. Real quick, Psycho Nerd, promote your shit.
My shit. All right, cool. You can find my podcast on YouTube, Psycho Nerd Podcast. You can also find it on my YouTube channel, The Repeat Movie Viewer. I actually have a new episode pertaining to the Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair. I saw it last week. It was fucking awesome. The podcast will go up probably tonight, if not tomorrow morning. And then Friday, I'm also going to put up my other podcast with my friend Dennis, where we talk about my Black Friday haul. So there's going to be 2 new episodes in the next couple of days. And I'm also working on a couple of podcasts where I talk about my favorite Christmas specials, movies, and cartoons from when I was a kid growing up that I still watch to this day. Emmett Otter's on the list. Emmett Otter, The Bells of Fraggle Rock, Charlie Brown. Oh, yeah, all the good shit. All the good shit that we watched growing up.
River Bottom Nightmare Bad.
It's on, you know, that soundtrack's on Spotify, dude.
I do.
That is fucking awesome. Thank you, Spotify, for that. I greatly appreciate it.
Lord Scuba, do you want to promote your shit since you're taking a break here pretty soon?
I don't really have anything to promote other than the Gore and More podcast and the Crypt of Cringe. Somewhat Supernatural is being retired, so that whatever's up is what you are able to listen to. And I will no longer be doing paranormal investigations. I will be selling all of my equipment. And then if you guys are into wrestling, independent wrestling, we have Apex Championship Entertainment.
We can't say that word, sir.
We can say All Content Entertainment. I was part owner. We can say that. But if you were a fan of All Content Entertainment, Apex is the next iteration of that. And we continued the stories from the old company in the new company. We have an PLE this Saturday. So, yeah.
In Rockport.
In Rockport, Texas. Yes.
Yay. And you can tell Mel she's welcome because now she doesn't have to watch the holiday.
Oh, no, I'm totally going to fucking make her watch it.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Just for the hell of it.
And the Just Zodiac podcast has taken a bit of a hiatus lately. I am working on not really changing the format, but changing the lineup, so to speak. We have 4 total people that are going to be on the show, but we're definitely going to be doing PLE reviews, news for the weeks, and then classic pay-per-view reviews. I've already sent the Psycho Nerd the list. We'll be starting with that with WCW Greed back from 2001, which was the last WCW pay-per-view before the buyout.
I was well beyond checked out by that point, let me tell you, for WCW.
You know what? I need to get you in contact with, oh, Jesus Christ, what is his name? So I was on this podcast a while back.
You've mentioned that before, yeah.
Yeah, and he just messaged me. He wanted me to do a podcast similar to that, but I don't really have the time for it and stuff. But you guys should connect and see about doing. I know he already got his going. His is called some Grapple Through Time or some shit. I don't remember. But yeah, you guys should totally team up with him and do some stuff. His name's David Chandler. He's very knowledgeable with that stuff, man.
That's why when we were talking about doing all the stuff, the nerd doesn't really, he's a little behind when it comes to the current shit, but with the shit back in the day, he is on fucking point. I'm like, well, I feel more comfortable doing a review of an old pay-per-view with him, and most of the shit's on YouTube anyway.
Yeah. And
they're probably going to move the WWE library here pretty soon because the Peacock license runs out pretty soon. So
apparently,
but yeah, that's a whole other thing. But I'll get with you when we're done recording, see if we can get that information from him. But I know everybody's anxious to know what we're going to review next week.
Bum, bum, bum.
And can I get a drum roll, please? Anybody got a drum roll?
I don't have one on my soundboard.
No, I don't have one either.
Hold on. I got this. Hold on. Here we go.
After I announce it, we are going to watch what the fuck was that?
It was supposed to be a drum roll. It's supposed to be a drum roll, dipshit.
All right. We are going to review a personal favorite of mine. I think the Psycho Nerd likes it as well. It's a Christmas favorite. It's a cult classic starring the John Cena lookalike himself. We are going to watch Ernest Saves Christmas.
Best
No,
Best cinematic.
Someone did say they'd rather watch that than the holiday special. So you're fucking welcome.
Well, we'll see
Check it in the
because
mail.
I have not seen this movie since I was a kid. So the last time I watched this was probably maybe I was like 10 or 11.
Yeah.
So it's been 30 something years since I watched it. So
Wow.
I watched
Wow.
it last year. So
Yeah.
around Christmas time. So I believe it's on Tubi.
I will let you
It's
know
also
right here.
on, I think it's on Disney Plus too, if I'm not mistaken. I think so. This movie has, in my opinion, one of the greatest cinematic Santa Clauses of all fucking time.
Yeah, I think it's a close one. What's up?
Douglas Seal, that's who plays Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Mhm. The guy who played the Sultan in Aladdin.
So it is
Yeah.
on Disney Plus, it is on Pluto, it's on Paramount.
It's on
Hulu.
Pluto. Nice. Okay. I have
Yeah.
that.
I have it on the DVD.
I
'Cause
think
I
I
do
have the
physical.
DVD also, but I just
Yeah.
haven't fucking watched it.
I think I have I have it on my hard drive somewhere. I just have to find it.
You sell the 7 Seas.
You pirate, you scurvy son of a bitch.
Aaron, look at that.
That was pretty
45.
good. I got a jar of dirt.
I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt. And guess what's inside it?
But he move. I dropped my brain.
Well, with that being said, this will conclude this episode of the review of the Star Wars Holiday Special. We all loved it. Don't let us fool you. But for the Psycho Nerd and Lord Scuba Cabra, he's doing his impression of Gladiator. The trailer for Supergirl drops tomorrow.
Yes, it drops tomorrow. I saw the teaser.
Oh,
I
I
am
can't
super
wait.
stoked for it.
Live review of it tomorrow.
Maybe. It depends on what Mel has me doing, but possibly.
Can we
But-
just say that the new Supergirl is kind of hot?
You know what? I don't think so. I
don't think
really
so?
don't, man. When I saw her in Game of Thrones, I was kind of like, ooh.
Because she's not really wearing a lot of makeup or anything. They really
Yeah.
try to downplay her a little
And I
bit, but I haven't
can't-
watched it.
I can't say she's cute. 'Cause she's my cousin, so it's weird.
What?
Because he's Superman dipshit.
Oh, okay.
Don't be
come
giving
on.
out my secret identity.
You know what?
Yeah, he just ruined that shit.
I'd boner. But again, for the Psycho Nerd and Lord Scuba Cabra, I am the Jazz Zodiac. This has been the Real Movie Critics. And remember, folks, there's always time for one more binge. We'll see you next time.